Hello, this is Tom Knox, the founder and CEO of CareFamily.com, and I want to welcome you to the second part of our series, Life with Alzheimer's. I'm going to give you 3 ways that Alzheimer's disease affects people's way to communicate. The first is names and conversations. You may be with your senior loved one and notice that people that should be commonly known to them, they're forgetting their names. And even in conversations, they will start a certain topic and kind of trail off or forget what they're talking about. The second is they can't remember words. So they may be reaching for a word that would be a normal part of their vocabulary, but they can't seem to get it, or it takes them an extended amount of time to finish that sentence. And the next is writing. And you may see it in their checkbook when they're writing bills, how their signature may be changing, or their printing may be changing, or they're writing a letter, and all of a sudden their words are trailing off, and they almost cannot be read. So you want to look for those signs that are changing with them. When a senior can no longer communicate like they once did, there are a couple key things you could do to really help them. The first is don't debate them. When they're trying to answer a question, they're feeling the frustration of trying to come up with that right answer. And you don't want to say, come on, Mom, you know the answer to that. We just talked about this yesterday. You remember your neighbor, Sally. It's already embarrassing enough, so don't take them on and debate them about coming up with the answer. The next is give them time to answer. Oftentimes they will come up with the answer if you give them a little time. So don't immediately get nervous and try to answer it for them or debate them, but let them have time to answer that question, and you need to be patient yourself. And the next is lead them to the answer. Help them get there themselves. Mom, you remember that school? It was right next to the place where we used to go to dinner all the time, remember? Remember the calendar you have on the wall that talks about that place? Let them find it themselves. Let them go through the cognitive process. And oftentimes by leading them, instead of debating them, they'll come up with the answer themselves. Home care can still be a very good option for individuals who can no longer communicate due to dementia or Alzheimer's. They still have a lot of the same needs anybody would, and they still like to be in their own home environment. I think the key is when someone has dementia and you're deciding on home care is really based on other things. Like, does the person wander, so they need 24-hour supervision? Are they combative or belligerent due to their dementia, which puts the caregiver or other family members in danger? Or also, are they constantly leaving burners on or coffee makers on? If that's the case, that's when they may want to move into a facility. But if it's just basic communication and cognitive ability, the home care environment could still be a great one.